Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So maybe you already watched the part 1, which was all about Insta360 X5 versus DJI Osmo 360 in only 360 modes. If you haven't watched that, don't miss it out. But this video mainly will be focusing on the both cameras, single lens performance, as well as microphone and the software performances. DJI threw a lot of specs into the Osmo 360 single lens mode, and honestly, hearing those numbers on a 360 cam is a kind of wild. DJI Osmo 360 can shoot 5K 60 FPS. On the other hand, Insta360 X5 maxes out only at 4K 60 FPS. But wait, DJI is not done. It can also do 4K 120 FPS, but only in boost mode, which gives you a super wide 170-degree field of view. Alright, let's go through these FPS battles one by one. In the scene, DJI is at 5K 60 FPS and the Insta360 at 4K 60 FPS. You'd expect DJI's 5K to crash Insta's 4K, right? Surprise twist. Insta360 X5 actually looks sharper. Zoom into the Ferry. You will see Insta pulling out more detail than DJI, despite the lower resolution. Didn't see that one coming. Sometimes 4K better than 5K. Now both are at 4K 60 FPS. Tough lighting here. The sun is blasting from behind. DJI slightly overexposed as always in both highlights and shadows. Insta360 X5 also slightly overexposed in highlights and shadows. Both cameras look great here. You can clearly see underwater details. DJI exposes the rocks better under the surface. Insta handles the both exposure better, so it's basically a trade-off. Dynamic range and image quality are otherwise very similar. In the scene, DJI looks sharper on the edges, while Insta360 comes off a bit softer. However, transition beautifully from light to dark, no complaints there. Here's where DJI really flexes. The DJI Osmo 360 has horizon steady, which keeps the horizon perfectly locked no matter how much you tilt or rotate the camera. You can toggle it on or off, it's your choice. The catch, of course, it comes with a heavy crop, so you lose some of the field of view. Insta360 X5, no fancy horizon lock, no stabilization options. What you see is what you get. Is it bad? No, but they don't have any other choices in terms of the stabilization in single lens mode. Okay, both cameras passed the daylight test. They are the easy test, guys. But now comes the real challenge. The low light in single lens mode. At the time I'm filming this, DJI hasn't added its fancy super night mode for single lens. Insta360 on the other hand has pure video mode ready to go in single lens mode. But let's keep it fair and start testing without any AI night tricks. Sunset over the Bosphorus in Istanbul. The sun is dipping, painting Istanbul in orange. Both cameras shooting 60 FPS, but DJI is at 5K. DJI Osmo 360 again similar result, brighter image, less contrast. On the other hand, Insta360 X5 punchier contrast, a bit darker but look great. It really comes down to your style. So if you pixel peep, DJI looks a tad softer than the Insta, but the difference is tiny. Another sunset shot. Here DJI show its weak spot. The footage is a bit noisier compared to the X5. Yes, it's brighter, but maybe too bright. Overexposed sunsets aren't exactly the vibe. Now we are looking into the shadows where the sun is barely helping. Both cameras show visible noise here in the shadow. Honestly, neither is winning. Both are guilty of noisy shadows. Now let's turn on the AI magic. We turn on the pure video mode in the Insta360. The AI kicks in and does a great job cleaning up the noise. Low light footage looks sharp, colorful, and very usable. DJI Osmo 360 and no night mode here is more grainy. Honestly, still not terrible for having no AI help. If DJI eventually adds super night to single lens mode, I'll bet it will outshine Insta here. But right now, Insta clearly has the edge. Now for photos, single lens style. Funny thing, even though both were in the warp mode, Insta360 X5 gave me a wider field of view. Not sure how, but hey, free bonus fit. DJI Osmo 360 makes out at 30 megapixel in single lens, but if you want the warp or linear options, you are capped at 12 megapixel. Insta360 X5 supports up to 36 megapixel in any field of view. But here's the catch. DJI shoots straight to JPEG, easy to open anywhere. Insta files, they are INSPs, like the 360 footage. You must run them through Insta Studio or the mobile app first, then export. The upside is you can tweak field of view later, regardless of which FOV you shot. But it's extra work. Personally, I don't think either camera shines in single lens photo mode, but if I had to pick, Insta gives slightly sharper results. Now let's have a look at the microphone quality. Strong wind reduction is turned on for the Osmo 360. And for the Insta360 X5, audio vocal enhancement is selected. Can you hear me clearly? Sound test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In windy conditions, Insta360 X5's noise reduction tries hard, but it can't fully eliminate the wind. Even worse, it sometimes messes with your voice, giving it a slightly digital, robotic, yet fuzzy vibe. DJI Osmo 360 on the other hand nails it. The noise reduction keeps your voice natural and clear, even in gusty wind. Plus, DJI gives you a ton of connectivity options. Plug in two DJI mics at the same time. DJI Mini, DJI Mic 2 or new Mic 3. Your Bluetooth headset, or you can connect any microphone via a Type-C adapter. Insta360 a little bit more limited. You can use their new Insta microphone or a Bluetooth headset, but connecting other external mics requires a separate audio adapter. Bottom line, if audio quality or audio option is a priority, the DJI Osmo 360 is the safer bet. Let's have a look at the battery performance, because nothing ruins a perfect shot like that camera. I tested both cameras at 8K 25 FPS with high bitrate, with HDR and adaptive tone off, and the Insta360, because DJI doesn't have that features, and Insta clearly mentions that HDR and adaptive tone consumes more power. And I used standard batteries, not their upgraded batteries, on the Insta360 X5, so no cheating here as well. And Insta360 X5 lasted a solid 1 hour 42 minutes and died gracefully. No overheating drama. Honestly, it just keeps going like that friend who never leaves the party. The DJI Osmo 360 at the same conditions. At first try only 42 minutes and it shut down, probably overheated. After a couple of cooldowns, I could able to get 80 minutes total recording with one battery. So 80 minutes versus 100 minutes in the Insta360 X5. So Insta still wins the endurance race by 22 minutes. But there are some weirdness, let me explain this. DJI has a max file size of 17.2 gigabytes, which means it chops your video every 13 minutes, 13. Even at 8K 50 FPS or 8K 25 FPS doesn't matter, still 13 minutes. But both 8K 50 FPS and at the same time 8K 25 FPS, 13 minutes is equal to 17.2 gigabytes. Shouldn't higher FPS make bigger files? Apparently not. Actually, this means that their 8K 50 FPS video quality is half quality of the 8K 25 FPS. We saw that in the test that 8K 50 FPS is softer than the 8K 25 FPS. On the other hand, Insta360 X5 maximum file size is 40 gigabytes and chops files only every 30 minutes in 30 this time, not 13, 30. So 13 versus 30. And way more user-friendly for long shoots. Bottom line, Insta360 X5 is like the marathon runner, long-lasting, steady, and doesn't stress. DJI is more of a sprinter, fast, powerful, but prone to overheating and file splits. But the good thing is both supports fast charging. If you have a PD 30 watt charger or a power bank, it takes from 0 to 80, 20 to 25 minutes for both. I think Osmo 360 can go like 22 minutes. and the Insta can do like 25-27 minutes. It takes slightly longer for Insta360 X5. From 0 to 100 takes 45 to 55 minutes for both. Speaking of fast charging, I'm using this baby and I would like to introduce you because I really love this device, guys. Why I love it? Because you may have a fast charger plug, but you need to find the fast cable, and not all cables are fast, right? And you have to always look around for fast cables and you never understand which one is the fast cable. But this has two fast cables and they are retractable. One is here, you pull it and plug it to your camera. Another one here, it is like a hand strap, but it's also a fast charge. And you can plug it to your Osmo 360 cameras at the same time. But the good thing is you can charge with these cables, both of them, your laptop, your MacBook Air. It can deliver 100 watts with the one single cable. And also you will see there is a one USB-A and one USB-C. So you can connect 4 devices at the same time. And this device delivers 165 watt overall. It has 25,000 milliampere battery inside it, which is enough to keep it all day during your trips. During my summer holiday this year, I used this one and it was always in my bag. We charged cameras, we charged our laptops, we charged our phones, my wife phones. I'll drop the link in case you are interested to buy this one, and this one is really an amazing product, guys. And the good thing, you don't have to carry a lot of cables with you. Cables are a bit much for me. On the software side, both brands bring their pros and cons to the party. As a Windows user, I will give props to Insta360. Their desktop studio app runs very smooth on my laptop. No hiccups, no drama, smooth playback, smooth export. Meanwhile, the DJI Studio app still feels like it skipped leg day. Playback stutters, tracking and speed controls are still missing for Windows, while Mac M series users already got the good stuff months ago. They can do tracking, they can do speed ramping in the same DJI Studio app, while Windows user will still wait for the DJI publish an update. Lucky them. I really envy you guys. I don't have a Mac, but my wife has it. That's why I know Mac users are lucky. So until DJI polishes things up, I'm sticking with the Insta360 workflow because nothing kills creativity faster than laggy playback. Another quirk, export quality. DJI caps you at 160 megabit per second, while Insta360 lets you crank things up to 200 megabit per second, which means more detail in your footage. And for pixel peepers like me, that matters. And let's have a look at the file management. Honestly, both are guilty. Dealing with 360 files is not easy, guys. You don't get the thumbnails like you do get in a flat video. If you're a Windows user, you just open your folder and you see all the thumbnails and you can easily understand which one is your scene you're looking for. For 360 footage, even you see the thumbnails you see in a 360, you don't understand anything. So you end up playing detective, opening clips one by one to see what's what. Insta at least gives you some filters, resolution, photos, single lens mode, but DJI, hey, it's like looking for your car keys in the dark. It's not easy to navigate the files at all. Let's talk about the mobile apps. Insta360 shot itself in the foot with the new app design. The old one was faster, had more export options, and just worked better. But after they released the new version 2 I guess, I don't remember the version name, and they really ruined this software. DJI Mimo, on the other hand, is easier to use. It is like the Insta360's old mobile app, but export quality takes a nosedive compared to their desktop studio. It's like day and night. You will never get the same quality. The quality in the mobile ad is compared to their desktop ad is day and night. Insta360 X5, similar story, but it's not a day and night. It's the maybe evening or night like this, let me say. So yeah, pick your poison. On the other hand, Insta360 tries to make it easy with some fancy AI editing tools in both mobile and desktop. However, I never managed to get one single AI edited video that will make me happy. The results usually comes very weird, but it's there if you like it or not. I didn't like it, to be honest. I will never use it again. Where Insta does win is in camera features. They have road mode for drivers, star lapse, burst, intervals, even a long press to cancel a recording mid-shot. DJI's menu feel a bit weird by comparison wrap up. So think that you went to a restaurant and one restaurant have a menu, more options, and the other restaurant have only 2, 3, 4 items, right? So with the Insta360 X5, you can eat more maybe. And let's wrap it up, guys. Honestly, this was one of the toughest camera battles I ever tested. Image quality, for me, pretty neck and neck. But what annoyed me was DJI's obsession with big flash numbers. 8K, 120 megapixel, 50 FPS, which sound amazing, but don't actually outshine the Insta360 X5 in real world use. Is it a worse camera than Insta360 X5? No. But is it a better one? I would say definitely no. All marketing hype versus practical results, you know. And we buyers buy these marketing hypes. At the end of the day, both cameras are excellent. Differences come down mostly to color science and workflow preferences. But for me, the deal breaker is replaceable lenses on the Insta360 X5. Because I've been there, guys. I've broken lenses before, ripped my old X3. And the repair process was a nightmare. Having swappable lenses gives me peace of mind and keeps me from babying the camera during action shots. And let's be honest, the image quality can be 2 times better than its competition. But if the lenses are not replaceable, you have to use lens protectors. And those lens protectors really ruins your image. That's why I think I can be okay with the lesser quality, but the lenses should be replaceable. While the Insta360 X5 has the replaceable lenses, the biggest advantage for the Osmo 360 yet coming, and it has, as you can see, 4 electrical pins. This means that you will be able to charge your camera wirelessly, as well as the power selfie grips are on the way. They are coming as officially in their website, but out of stock at the moment. So this gives new possibilities for the new DJI product lines, and I believe that from now on we will see wireless charging options with the all DJI Osmo products. So anyway, you have to use a selfie stick with this 360 cameras. It's not possible to use it on your hand. So these power grips without the cables will be really a big advantage of the DJI Osmo 360 over the Insta360 X5, because in order to charge and shoot at the same time, you still need to attach a cable from here. So my personal pick will be Insta360 X5, mainly for replaceable lenses, better colors, straight out the camera, slightly better file management, also more options in the menu. If you're still hungry for comparisons, I've already tested the X5 against the Ace Pro 2 and the X4, and even in a 4-way underwater action cam shootout. Links are down below, and coming soon, I'll be putting the Osmo 360 head-to-head with the Osmo Action 5 Pro and the DJI Poco 3. But so if you don't want to miss that, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next one.